Now it is 9.5 minutes since the torpedo impact. Water is starting to near the Lusitania's nameplate, and boats are now being lowered. Well, panic occurs on the decks during the sinking. Well, boat 9 is lowered successfully, basically, though unfortunately an incident will soon happen that will destroy and sink the boat. Well, earlier in the sinking there was an incident with the boats where someone was panicking and ordered the boats to be lowered at gunpoint, but this led to, when it happened, the boats on port side one of the boats on port side then slid across, crushing many passengers and killing them. Well, boat 11 is lowered, however unfortunately it comes down on top of boat 9, similar to boat 13 and 50 on Titanic. However, on the Titanic, boat 13 was able to get out of the way in time before boat 15 came down. But in this sinking, boat 9 wasn't able to get out of the way in time. Well, those on boat 9 are killed. It is also the Lusitania. Well, someone on board as well was also noted to have said during the sinking, "Why fear death? It is the most beautiful adventure." Well, Captain Turner, other officers have been ordered to save themselves by Captain Turner. Captain Turner remains on the bridge, then he walks out onto the bridge wing, which is nearly touching water, to put his life jacket on. Well, this time the Lusitania's bow starts to go under. The end is near for the ship. The Lusitania is reaching a heavy starboard list. Some people, the Lusitania is at a heavy starboard list. Or water reaches the bridge of the Lusitania as the plunge begins. Sorry, no, the plunge hasn't begun yet. The water is nearing the boat deck of the Lusitania. Well, water starts to flood up the boat deck. At this stage, the water has now reached the bridge, while Lusitania's final plunge begins. The Lusitania has travelled quite a bit since the torpedo impact. Travelled 2 miles since torpedo impact, hasn't stopped yet. Well, the Lusitania bridge starts to go under at this point, and the stern starts to come out of the water. Lusitania's stern starts to rise out of the water. Well, there's been debate as to whether it sank just straight down or rose then sank. Originally, well, most others say it sank straight down, but there are a few that talk about it starting to rising out of the water as its plunge begins. Well, passengers are sucked down to the funnels. Well, 3 passengers got sucked down to one funnel and accepted their fate, then were blown free and survived. The Lusitania now touches bottom and starts to sink straight down. While those in the elevators now are drowning because of the water flooding in. As well, while the 4 funnels are starting to go under. Well, boat 50, long brothers that are not released end up getting dragged under. The Lusitania levels out as it goes under. Well, Captain Turnamine was earlier washed off the bridge by wave and survived over a few hours in the water. 3 hours in the water. The Lusitania finally goes under 18 minutes after the torpedo strike. 764 of those on board, the 1,959 on board survived, while 1,195 died. This video is dedicated to the 1,195 survivors the 1,195 victims that died in the sinking of the Lusitania. Rest in peace. So shout out to Jack G Animations for uploading his incredible Lusitania real-time last year. Please subscribe.